do this all
Night long.
except for the Simpsons, Kids and the Shaman.
Hello and welcome to the first episode of Two Kids and a Shaman, featuring.
Yeah, you can have chips. That's a great idea. You know, like the both words, fate and destiny, they're kind of not scientific in a way, right? It's mostly spiritual, religious, right? The science doesn't really use these terms.
Yeah.
So when somebody implies, you know, for example, you heard this thing, it was people were destined to meet. Or the destiny brought us together. But you don't really hear fate much, right? You notice how destiny is used much more than fate. Well, this concept is very often talked about in Eastern cultures, in Chinese. There's a concept of dharma, there is a higher power.
Karma, yes.
Yeah, they call it dharma. It's another one. Karma is something different.
Okay.
But the concept of dharma is like that there is here I will tell you that when we talk about fate and destiny, we have to talk from the concept of higher power. Like we can call it God or universe, right? Somebody calls it you understand it, right?
Yeah.
God, universe,
God, Buddha.
divinity.
Also,
Yes.
Buddha is not a god. He's
Yeah.
an actual human.
Yes, so there's higher universal power. And then the most interesting thing is that when we talk about destiny, it means it's something that you have a little bit more control over. So let's say we were destined to meet. It was within my power to meet you and to see you. But when it's fate, it means there is even higher power than us. So it means like it was the God's will. So we operate from our will, right? Like I have a free will just to jump into the water, right? And I'll tell you the situation. It's a destined situation. So yesterday I'm riding a bicycle. I saw a cat. It was unplanned. And as I was riding a bike, I pulled out my phone and the wallet fell off. My wallet fell, and it's a small wallet. It's yeah, so this size wallet. It fell off. So it was fine. So it fell off, and I didn't feel like it fell off. And somehow and there was only one person there. She was riding a bike, and she called it. She said your wallet fell off. So just because she was there at that moment, it seemed so we were destined to meet, like it was destined to be told. But here, it seems like there was even more higher power involved. So that was kind of a fate. Let me give you another example. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but
Yeah. No, we're talking.
I feel like you're right because this is a reference to Greek mythology.
Mm-hmm.
There's something called the Fates,
Mm-hmm.
which and the minute you're born, your fate is sealed.
Yes.
But
Uh-huh.
I don't believe that. I believe that there are events set at your birth, but there are paths you can choose. Like there are things that you do have will in and things that you don't.
So this is where I will also agree. But I'll tell you how both systems are right. Like your belief and what you saw in Greek mythology is also right in their way, because they believe, and many religions believe the same way, is that we have free will, but our free will is within God's free will. So, just like you said, and destiny is more... Yeah.
Hazel, что ты?
It's okay.
I don't allow that. Okay,
Okay.
готов? Сядь.
So what
Sit
are we
down.
doing?
We're just talking.
Okay.
We're just.
Hello, and welcome to the first edition of Two Kids and a Shaman.
Kids
Oh,
and the
no.
shaman. Oh no. Kids and the shaman. And we're gonna make some magic and get
Okay,
some
tonight
money.
we are joined
Kids and the shaman.
by... Who do we have with us
And
today?
we're gonna get as it
Stop.
goes. And
Sit
we're
down.
Okay, who do we have here today?
Kids and the shaman.
Featuring...
Asa!
And we're gonna
Asa, stop!
We're good. We're
Asa,
good.
сядь, пожалуйста.
We're good.
Asa, сядь. Okay.
We're good. It
Sit
doesn't.
down.
It doesn't have to be very structured.
Okay. Asa, сядь, пожалуйста. Сядь. Сюда сядь.
Doesn't matter where the
It's
voice is
okay.
coming from.
Let's get. Let's get freedom.
Мы не... Там не будет слышно.
We're fine. We're
I
fine.
can talk loud funny.
Okay.
Excuse
So I'm
me.
gonna do the intro, and then Ethan, you're gonna ask the first question.
Kids
Okay.
and the
Asa, be
shaman.
quiet, please, no.
Okay. The
Kids.
first thing is gonna be the song.
Every podcast
So we're
needs
gonna-
a theme song.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
3,
Back loud.
2, and start with the song, and then we're gonna stop the song, and I'll say hello and welcome.
Kids
Wait,
and the shaman.
right? Hold on. 3, 2, 1.
Kids and the shaman. And we're gonna do this all night
Night
long.
long.
Except for the Simpsons. Kids and the shaman.
Hello and welcome to the first episode of Two Kids and a Shaman,
Kids
featuring
and the shaman.
Ethan Beletsky, Asa Beletsky, and
Kids
Ali
and the
Alshan.
shaman. Kids and the
Do
shaman.
you want me to shove the
Kids
seed up
and
your
shaman.
throat?
Kids
Um,
and the shaman.
Okay, go for
Please
it.
And the
excuse.
shaman.
All right.
Okay.
We're on.
So you're on.
And it's a beautiful time.
Ah.
7:47. My favorite time. My favorite numbers. So
Why?
Oh, crap.
yeah, let's start with that. I also believe in numbers, like in many different cultures,
Oink.
especially in Hebrew culture. You have the science called Kabbalah, which is also linked to numerology. And my numbers are 47 because I was born April 7, 11:47 a.m. It's on my birth certificate. So everything I do when it's in alignment, I see a lot of 47s. And when it's like that time 47, it feels like the timing
You're
is right.
born on April 7th.
Yeah.
I was born on April 17th. 'Cause
All
my
right.
My
So
mom held me back so I didn't have the same birthday as my grandfather.
all right.
Yay, Mom.
So we're pretty close. We're just 10 days apart and many years.
Manny.
Good.
Just 26 years. Just 26.
Mm-hmm.
26 years and 10 days.
Awesome.
Next question.
When you say you believe in numbers, what do you mean by that?
Well, you know, there is a
I need
there is such thing as people call angel numbers.
Oh, yes,
You
like
probably-
7.
Yes, you people say, oh, now it's 111, everything is good. For example, 111 can mean unity. 111,
11.
11.
Make a wish.
Make a wish, yes. So, and lately, notice how more and more people talk about it because people start to get more aware about numbers. But 20 or 30 years ago, it wasn't much of
Give
that.
me one.
Really?
So yeah, it feels like there is some sort of spiritual awakening happening, and people sense that, oh, you meet not by accident, but by accident.
Gomu gomu no mi.
Gomonomi.
Gomu gomu gomu. Gomu gomu no mi.
Why are you saying that?
Oh,
Gomu gomu no mi. Pistol.
Why?
Gomu gomu no mi. Gomu gomu no mi.
I love it. It's like a
Go
prayer.
on, don't be. Scratch of the leopard.
Excuse me, I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you lock the door?
So that nobody escapes.
Kids and shaman. So nobody escapes the shaman.
Mhm.
Kids and the shaman. So nobody escapes from the shaman.
Yeah, you're locked. We're locked with the shaman.
Locked with the shaman.
Although we're actually
And we're not
outside.
actually inside. Locked with the shaman. And we're gonna have a horror situation. Horror with the shaman. He's gonna use
The only
his
horror
magic
is
to
in
find
chewing and
vampires. Vampires and the shaman. He's
So-
gonna kill all the vampires with his magic.
Yay!
So what's your next question
Ali.
for the shaman?
Question for the shaman.
Asa.
There's gonna be a lot of questions.
Stop.
So actually, my question, I'll have a question to you. Let's start with you. You know, we were talking about destiny and fate. So
Yeah.
how do you see both of them? How do you feel about these words? You think they're similar, same, like your world? You know, there's no right or wrong.
It's the same thing if you ask me.
Mhm.
Destiny and fate have the same meaning.
Mm-hmm.
Your future.
Your future. And do you believe that there is such thing, or you feel like it's
You
Awesome.
choose your own destiny.
mm-hmm. So you're in you're
So
in
what's the
charge.
meaning of destiny if you choose your own destiny?
Yeah.
Ask those people at Oxford that write the dictionary.
Love it.
I mean, you probably knew them. You went to Oxford.
Yeah, but
Dad went to Oxford. And he
the people who
learned
write the
a
Oxford
bunch of
Dictionary do
stuff.
not actually live in Oxford.
The Britannica Dictionary isn't written in Oxford.
Britannica is encyclopedia, and then there's the Oxford English Dictionary.
Yeah, exactly.
They're two distinct volumes.
Are they called Oxford Dictionary? It's not from
It's
Oxford.
published by Oxford University Press.
It's a dictionary that everyone uses. Every English person uses. Is not actually from Oxford.
Oh yes.
Well, it's published at the Oxford University
New
Press.
revelation. It's a very new revelation.
Oh my god, this is fun. This is a musical. This is not really.
This is a musical. This is a musical.
It's a-
Oh, now.
Yeah, and in the meantime, you're saying you don't have any interest in music or any
I never
musical
said
talent.
I had no interest in it. I just don't want to do instruments or music.
If
I
we
can
don't,
do it on my own time.
if you
I
guys
don't
don't
need
get,
to do.
Yeah,
I
but
don't need to do lessons. I don't
Yes,
want
you
to
do.
do. I don't want to
In
do
order
it for
to
a
be-
living.
if you guys don't,
I want to do it for a living.
if you,
not like
if
those
you guys don't,
glorified strippers like Taylor Swift and Beyonce and Madonna.
Asa,
and
you
Lady
do not want to
Gaga.
say that.
Glorified strippers, I tell you.
Asa, you know you just defended the whole world there,
yeah,
right?
this podcast is going to get a lot of hate mail.
It's okay. It's okay. No,
It's
we're
not going on the actual
It's
podcasting.
we're
Oh,
live.
really?
What do you mean we're live streaming to YouTube right now?
No, we're not.
no, we're
Yeah.
We're not.
we're good.
You
We're
know you can delete things, right?
yeah. We can crop things out. We can crop 90.
And this is
90%.
not going on YouTube, Dad. I know it. It's just the voice memos app on your phone.
That's what they
I
do.
know that because you and Mom used to make me sign verbal contracts.
I make you sign verbal contracts?
You used to.
I love it.
What's that?
You know, when I said, when I kept breaking my promises,
Okay.
you thought that verbal contracts would actually do something.
I don't remember this.
Yeah,
Okay.
aren't those people driving in the wall?
Tell me more.
Probably. Tell me more about the memos. So,
right,
anyway,
now-
Mom told me
Mhm.
I activated the voice memo app, and I said, blah, 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 I promise to do this, blah, blah, blah thing, blah, 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 blah.
Anyway.
XYZ. So then I kept
Uh,
breaking it,
let's-
and Mom never realized that I never followed it.
Awesome. Let's pass the torch to your brother.
Anyway.
Pass the torch to my brother.
Okay. Shaman Ali,
Could
you-
question corner?
could you please tell my brother and my father your origin story? Because you've already told me. It was very interesting.
Interesting origin story.
All right.
Stop.
So I will not be able to sing it like Isa does. So
There once was a man named Ollie, destined to be a wizard. His parents could not drink beer or any alcohol. He came to us one day, told my dad he wanted to go on the retreat. Then
retreat,
he
yes.
came back. He stayed with us for a few days. Now he's living with us for a
Yes.
week or two. He is a shaman, Ollie.
Oh my God, that's so beautiful. This is
He cannot drink alcohol in America. That is very impossible. Everyone in America has
Asa.
had a drink or
Asa.
two of alcohol.
bravo, bravo, bravo.
It's true.
It's true. This is the thing. I'll start with alcohol. Let's start with that. So
And British too. British people too.
yes. So
Irish.
my birth began. I cannot drink because I have no alcohol, no enzyme that digests alcohol.
Why don't you just get surgery to give yourself alcohol enzymes?
Because I don't want to. I saw how alcohol wiped out nations, such as here, Native Americans, historically, and how
Native
people
Americans are still alive.
they're alive, but 90% of them are gone. Because
That's not
when you-
because of alcohol. That's because of that bitch 7th president, Andrew Jackson, who initiated that thing in like the 18th,
Mhm.
19th century to wipe out all, to make all the Native Americans go
Mhm.
to, what's it called? Go to,
You're talking about the Trail of Tears?
yeah, Trail of Tears.
Yeah, but
It was part of it.
that was a very long.
And now-
there was a
and
very
now
long.
these
Isa,
Americans
just
Run
wait.
casinos.
Just take a pause. Take a pause. Let other people talk.
Now they run casinos.
Okay.
What? That's what Dad told me.
They
Daddy
do
and
run
the
casinos. They do run casinos.
Daddy and the Simpsons told me that most Native Americans run casinos.
No, it's not most. Some Native American tribes have casinos.
Yes, and that's how some of them thrive, and still there's a lot of alcohol involved in their.
I mean, that's what a casino is.
Mm-hmm.
Alcohol and gambling.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Maybe pause
so-
on.
The alcohol so they can make people more drunk and think that
Yeah.
they have an actual shot at winning.
Mm-hmm. So, and this is where I come as a shaman, where I don't get involved with alcohol, and there's a higher power
Have you ever
that
gambled?
that.
Just let him talk.
No, I'll answer.
It's a
I gambled once just to see what it is.
Did you win?
Actually, I didn't gamble. I was in a gambling facility. I saw how people gamble. I saw the energy, and I left it.
Just like Mima.
Yeah.
Except not like Mima.
So, and also when I see a lot of people drunk in one facility, I get repelled because I feel that they're spirits that possess them. Literally, they're spirits. That's why they're called spirits also.
Oh.
And they possess people, and people become altered, and they often fight and
Well,
become
that's why-
uncontrollable.
That's why my dad is always so mean during Taco Tuesday. He drinks too much.
So
No.
he's,
Both of those statements are completely false.
he
You drink a lot.
A,
on
I
Taco
do not
Tuesday.
drink too much, and B, I'm not mean. When
On
was I
Taco
mean?
Tuesday.
When was I mean during Taco Tuesday?
You never punish Lev.
What does that have to? It's not.
Asa!
It's not my son.
It's not his
It's your
son.
house.
Hey, no, stop.
It wasn't.
Can we let Ali talk, please?
So this is why I also suggest to try Taco Tuesday at some point without alcohol, just to see if you see the difference. So we'll experience something different. That's a possibility. And then,
I'm sorry. Sorry to interrupt again.
yeah.
It's not that Dad was mean. It's that Asa has an absurd.
You're
Obsession.
Well,
Ow.
he's
Be
just
absurd.
no. It's just sensitivity. Let's say you're sensitive to energies when they change, right?
You
That
met Lev. Lev's crazy.
Okay.
Once when Lev was sweeping over at our house,
Mhm.
he said that his classmate died when he was swinging on the swing and they were fixing the sidewalk, and then he jumped off the swing and it hit. You know the thing that mixes around cement?
Yeah.
His head caught in the hole
Okay,
where
Asa.
it mixes
Asa.
cement, and that
Asa.
he died in front of Lev. And then he
Asa.
said,
Asa.
"Just kidding."
Asa.
Uh-huh.
Like it was a joke.
Asa.
That's so psychopathic.
Asa.
Just proving my point. Dad.
You're not proving any point.
You
Can you please
The
take a
point
pause
you're
and
proving
let Ali
is
talk?
that you shouldn't be on this podcast.
Yeah, maybe we should just Ethan and Ali.
It's okay. We have, you know, like we have a good cop and we have a bad cop. It's always like that, you know. Like your points are intense, but we're here to accept everything.
Hey, Dad, it's called Two Kids in the Shaman, not Two Kids a
I
Dad.
know, but it's actually.
So why do you,
Oh my God!
you keep putting
This is unreal. This is unreal. This
It's
is.
become the,
Oh my
Two
God!
Kids a Dad in the Shaman. It's
Dude.
called Two
it's
Kids
become the
in the
Asa
Shaman.
Boletsky show.
I love it. I love it. This is no. It's killing it.
Dad, it's called Two Kids in It's called Kids in the
Bulletproof.
Shaman, not Kids a Dad in the Shaman.
Bulletproof. Bulletproof. Okay. Let me continue from here.
I am a lawyer. I'm going to be a great lawyer.
You're a
someday.
terrible lawyer.
I won't.
Yeah, your arguments make no sense.
Well, that's what
You
lawyers
usually
do.
won't.
Yes, most
You
lawyers
usually
don't.
don't, Dad, because you have your own opinions.
No. How about opinion? It's about facts.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and the fact is, it's called Kids in the Shaman.
Yeah, but
not
you're
Kids
the
a
only
Dad
one
in the
talking.
Shaman. I have
Just
curiosity.
let-
It's one of the virtues of
Asa,
the
listen.
Ravenclaw.
Let other people talk.
Okay, Hufflepuff.
If you're not able to do that, then you can go inside.
You see, you're having fun, right?
Can we end this soon? I want to watch The Simpsons and show Ali The Simpsons.
Okay,
So we can do this. We can
You
do
know
this.
what?
We can watch. Like, feel free to do what you want.
No, but I
You
want to
can-
show you The Simpsons. Ali.
Okay, yeah. So
It's the
Will we-
family thing we always do.
yeah,
Anyway.
we'll be here.
Asa,
Let's continue.
sit tight.
One thing to say
And-
before Ali gets a turn.
Yeah.
I hereby institute you into the Boletsky family. Ali Boletsky, whatever your last name is.
Shaman.
Ali Boletsky Shaman.
Also,
Is that your actual last name?
No, Olshan is my last name.
Ali Boletsky Olshan, you are now a Boletsky!
Anyway, Ali,
All right, let's move on.
could you please tell us your origin story?
Yeah,
of
so-
course, I know.
Yes.
You told me. That's why I'm yours.
Thank you for hosting us, by the way. I feel like you are the host, and all of us are like off track a bit. So appreciate your hosting us and putting us back on track. So I was born in Ukraine, and
No, your origin story for a shaman, the one that you told me.
the origins of shaman.
Oh yes. You being a shaman.
So it started by it started by going to Africa and finding my family there. I found my father 20 years. I saw him for the first time in 20 years.
He abandoned you?
Yes, the short of it, that's the word. So he left when I was 8, but the reason he left is because he was attacked by people with bald heads. They call them skinheads over there, neo-Nazis.
KGB?
No.
Nazis?
Yes.
Neo-Nazis?
Yeah, neo-Nazis.
Was your father Jewish?
No, he wasn't. He was just black, African.
Let me go to the
I didn't know
bathroom real quick.
neo-Nazis were racist.
Well, they are. They
But you're just anti-Jews.
They cover the broad spectrum. And so he was attacked. He developed post-traumatic stress. And he...
Got worried, so he left?
Yeah, so he left. And I was, at that time, I was 8 years old. And I kept waiting for my father to come, but he never came. So then we went with my mother, then we went to Germany. And so I would speak German because it was unsafe. I could not go to school. I was bullied in the school. I was offended. Yeah, that's like to put it softly.
Germany?
Yeah, went to Germany. We snuck on semi-truck through 2 borders. My mom bribed people at the border.
Are you sure you want to say this on a podcast?
No.
It's fine. It's all.
It's America. They can't charge him for those crimes here.
Also, it's been
Yes.
You can't be charged for those crimes here.
Yeah, we're fine.
Plus, if you're refugees, then you're allowed to go.
Yeah. So I was a refugee in Germany for 2 years. Then we got deported because refugee camps got full with people from Iraq and Afghanistan. 9/11 happened.
Wait, when was this?
2001, September.
That's way more recent than I thought.
Yeah. So and then from there I was able to come to the States through Seventh-day Adventist Church. I was 17 years old. I came by myself.
What about your mom?
My mom stayed in Ukraine. My younger sister also stayed in
You have
Ukraine.
a sister?
I have a younger sister,
How
yeah.
old is she?
Now she's 28.
Is she your half sister or
No, I have a half sister who's 48.
who's what?
48.
Dad's daughter or
Yes. So good question. My half sister is daughter of Russian father. So my mom was married to a Russian man first, and then she was married to a man from Africa.
your dad?
My father.
So your younger sister is the one is your
Yeah,
full sister.
my full sister. Thank
Do you have
Sure.
any other siblings?
No, I just have 2 sisters. And
Where do they live and when was the last time you saw them?
actually it was, that's a good question. It was in Africa in 2015, so
Oh my God.
8 years ago.
You haven't seen your sisters for 8.
Yeah, we haven't.
Uh,
Well, and now
are you on good terms with them?
I'm in excellent terms with them. It's just they're in Ukraine, and now I cannot go to Ukraine because
Why haven't they left Ukraine yet?
So one has a son who's
Including her son?
who cannot leave Ukraine because of the law, the martial law, requires people to stay in Ukraine. Men age 18 and 65 are required to serve in the army. So they
But how
cannot
old
leave.
is he?
He's 19.
Oh.
And also, I received this. I'm wanted in Ukraine. I'm on the wanted list by the army.
How much?
Well, it's not about how much, but
You see a business opportunity here?
oh my God.
Wait, what do you mean?
Actually,
This is a very Jewish
usually it's
podcast.
frowned
What do you mean
upon to
you're
have
on
a
the wanted
bounty.
list?
To me, having a bounty is cool.
Yeah, having a.
Why are you on the wanted list?
Well,
for
it's.
Ukraine?
I didn't express it right. Basically, I received a letter from the military.
Well, you're not a Ukrainian citizen.
I am
are you?
still. That's the thing.
Why don't you
Oh,
just
no.
close your?
I tried, so I went to the embassy, and they said you need to restore your Ukrainian passport, and then you have to apply, and the president of Ukraine signs it. It has to go through Ukrainian parliament to be signed. They make it so complicated.
So how would they get you to Ukraine though?
Well, that's the
How
thing.
would they get the bounty?
They want. What they can do is they can kind of terrorize my sisters in Ukraine that they're looking for me. They'll keep sending letters. They're sending like fines and threats. So that's why my younger sister's there now. She will solve it. I sent the paperwork that I don't want to own anything in Ukraine because we still have an apartment. But that apartment, I'm registered on that apartment, but that apartment doesn't exist because it got shelled by a rocket. So it's this mess.
So you own air, basically.
Mhm.
You own air.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ali. How big was your apartment?
It was three bedroom.
Okay, now consume 3 bedrooms of air so you can make your air house.
Thank you.
My partner still
I'm
exists.
serious. Here.
All right, let's move on to other topics.
So
Okay.
How
yeah,
much is your
Now
bounty?
There's no bounty.
there's no price. They're just looking for me.
So you're not a pirate?
Yeah.
So when are we gonna consume Western culture?
I'm priceless.
Is
Okay,
it priceless
Ali.
or price?
Mhm.
Priceless.
Ali,
Mm-hmm.
we got off track. Now, can we please get back to the origin story?
That was his origin story.
No.
Well, my father studied in Ukraine.
Okay.
He was one of the first Africans to be sent to Kiev in the 70s. And my mom met them through actually Jewish friends. My mom and father had only one mutual friend, one family, and they were a family who later went to Israel. They moved out of Ukraine, and they sold the apartment to my mom and dad. No one wanted to sell the apartment to mom and dad. I don't know if it was out of racial issue or anything, but those people were very kind to us, and I actually visited them 6 or 7 years ago in Israel. So they were very kind, and they were the best friends, and they connected my mother with my father. For my mother, it was the first black guy she saw in a lifetime.
Really?
Yeah, because back then she just came from North Russia, like she lived in a village. She moved to Kiev, so she was not exposed to any people of color. And she met him and she fell in love, and it was very challenging to live together because people look at you differently. And yeah, and that's how I was born in '87. And then then I
That's
met.
2 years before The Simpsons was made.
Yeah, awesome. So that's what we're gonna watch later.
Okay. Back to the story.
Yeah, and then I made it to the States. I'll skip the part about the refugee camp. So I made it to the States as a Boy Scout through Seventh-day Adventist Church, Iowa, middle of nowhere. Yeah, I had to fake that I'm a Christian, even like Adventist Christian. So I wasn't really.
Intense.
Yeah, and I faked to get into this organization, which allowed me to go to their school, through which I came to the United States. I had to work all kinds of strange jobs.
Like what?
Like I did construction work for a few days, like
What?
with a shovel, and then I almost turned my back. I actually worked also at inviting people to strip clubs at the age of 17.
Weird.
Yeah.
And you
yeah.
worked at a McDonald's
Yeah,
toilet.
and then somebody actually, no, it's funny. Somebody asked me to dance, and then I ran away from the strip club. Yeah, because I was just meeting people at the front door. And look,
Bouncer?
no, I was not about. You know, they put like a Hispanic hat on me, and so I look like colorful, like a parrot. You know, like papugai. And no, it was ridiculous.
That was the weirdest story ever.
Yeah, no, really. That's how
I
because
do
I
not.
needed to
you
make
did
money.
not tell me that.
Yeah, that's the part of shaman. You have to like. I felt embarrassed.
Disgusting parts about the shaman.
Yeah. No, really, I felt very ashamed doing it, but it was good money at the time.
How did the church allow you to do the strip club thing?
No, they didn't know. Of course, I mean, I was working.
How long did you fake being in the church?
Actually, for 2 years, year and a half, because the church.
Did you have to do the cross?
Well, I had to be rebaptized again because I was baptized Christian, and then my father, like, did the circumcision and stuff. Like, I turned into a Muslim, and then I went through this church, and they said you have to be reborn.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So that's how churches work, and that's why I'm telling you, church is.
Don't go to church?
Yeah, don't.
That's what I've been waiting to hear my whole life coming together.
Let him talk.
I love it. I love it.
What?
I love it.
Let
This is
him talk.
no. This is good. This is good. This is freestyle. We're freestyling.
That's what I've been waiting to hear my whole life from an adult. Do not go to church, synagogue, mosque.
Synagogue is fine.
No, it's not.
Synagogue is
Well,
pretty nice.
The Christian, being Christian is ridiculous. I mean, who eats the blood and you're not allowed to
mm-hmm.
do so
Are you
many
sure
things.
you want to say this on a
You're not
podcast?
It's
allowed
okay.
to do so many things in Christianity, but you're allowed. It says no murder.
Mm-hmm.
Then why are you eating the blood and bones of your Lord, your
Yes.
Lord and Savior? Why the frick, if
Mhm.
you say all these commandments
Yes.
and stuff, why the fuck are you eating the blood and bones of your
Tone it down a
Savior?
notch.
Uncensored.
Of your
We're going
Savior?
uncensored. So let me answer you this, because the institution, any religion, there is good in it, but there is a lot of manipulation. And so when you sense there is any form of manipulation, step out.
And
Anything.
Scientology. That's
Scient-
ridiculous.
Yeah, so
It's
What
this
is
school.
Scientology?
It's this school in LA, Ethan,
Oh,
where
yes.
they make you tell you everything about yourself, right, Dad?
mhm.
And then they apparently make you like a famous guy.
Mm,
9 out of 10 does not work. Only like
that's not quite it, but it is a
9 out of 1,000.
very ridiculous. I mean, all religions are ridiculous. That one is especially ridiculous.
yeah.
It's not even a religion.
Also,
It's a
Noah's
cult.
Ark. Don't get
Well,
me started on
so-
that. If Noah got visited by a dream by God and the whole world flooded, isn't that just global warming? How can global warming happen twice? How?
Whoa.
It never explained how the water died down.
It's a prophecy. The big flood is coming.
Well, I don't see anyone.
It hasn't
Actually-
happened yet.
I don't see no
Actually,
wise
It
guy named
hasn't
Noah.
happened
The
yet.
only Noah I
Actually,
know is this dumb 5th grader in my class. No, it's not you. Your boat isn't big enough and it's not made out of wood. Also, you have electronics on your boat. Noah never had any.
I didn't say anything about that.
Goat. It's a goat. It's a goat.
Did you know
Anyway.
that Tyler got his job at SpaceX, Dad?
I did know.
Okay, we're getting a little bit off track.
Remember going to SpaceX?
Okay.
Biggest disappointment? No frozen yogurt.
Back to Ollie.
Okay, back to our host.
We saw all the rockets, but we never got to see the frozen yogurt.
Okay.
Okay, back to Ollie. Thank you.
All right, my host.
Wait, may I say something?
Yeah.
Skip the USA part. Now we're in Africa
Mm-hmm.
with his dad.
Ooh. Yes.
This is the
Creepy
part
cry
you told me
music.
about.
So when I'll tell you the scary part, and then we're gonna make it to the brightest part. The time when I felt like I became what I'm doing now is when I visited my father, and I didn't know that he had family. I was guessing. So I visited the home of his friends, supposedly friends, and they gave me the most evil look I have received in my whole lifetime.
Wow.
I never received, like, people say this thing called evil eye. I never knew that this
Isn't that
is
a
a thing.
Spanish thing?
The evil eye.
It's
is
all over the world.
Is a amulet that you wear, and supposedly, if someone wishes you badly,
Yeah.
or an evil presence is near you,
Mhm.
it will break.
Yes, so I didn't have any of that evil eye on me, or any kind of. I just had myself, and I walked into a territory where I was unwelcome. But this is where Father invited me in to supposedly his friends. But later, I didn't know. Next day, I didn't know. Next week, later, I found out that it's his family.
Your family.
So he has family with kids. So this is what happened that evening. I go into their place, and my uncles actually told me when we walked in, we were there for between 5-10 minutes, and my uncle said, "Ali, can you just not drink or eat anything?" And I was already like, "What is this now? Like, we're walking into a place to say hello, out of respect, but we're not eating." Yes, I'm not drinking or eating. He just said, "For your safety." And in Africa, people don't say much. They like, it's a very like mysterious type of language where you have to figure things out. Nobody's really direct in many places. So,
Just not in America.
and the evil and bright, dark, like the forces of light and dark, they're more present. Like you can see a priest casting a spell against someone who is a witch, or people who are doing witchcraft or black magic. So I didn't believe in black magic until. So now. So I walk into their home. I leave their home, and I have this heavy feeling on my chest. Like I start feeling there's some weight, but I don't know what it is. And
You sniff the air, and
yeah,
you smell crushed up chicken bones, I think.
yeah. So this is what happened. I go home, and when I come home, I go to sleep, and sometimes I try to fall asleep, but I wake up like after 10-15 minutes. I don't know what's happening. And something in the air, because the home of his family, which I found later, I didn't know it was his family, was 3 or 4 homes away from my home. So we're neighbors, essentially. I go to my home, and I smell like there is something different, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
And I try to fall asleep, and so after falling asleep for maybe 20 minutes or 30 minutes, I woke up from a pain, like a heartbreak, like a literal heartbreak, and I cannot breathe. Like I cannot breathe. I feel like I'm suffocating. I'm suffocating, and I feel like there is some, not spell, but I feel like there is external energy that is doing damage, but I don't see anybody. I'm just by myself in a dark room.
Yeah, it's not a vampire.
Yeah, so it's I mean, when they say vampires in the movies, they have people who do vampire rituals. Anyways, because they're sucking energy out of you. Anyways, I could not sleep the whole night. I messaged my mom. You know, my mom was in Ukraine. I messaged my sister. I'm like, guys, I'm in pain. Like, I messaged some of my friends who are healers. And I started just breathing and drinking, and it started to subside, but I just didn't feel right. Next morning, I didn't sleep the whole night. And then at around 4 a.m., I heard like there was somebody was beating against my window, and I didn't know who that was, and I see. So there was that weird thing, and I felt like I'm dreaming, but it was real. But I'm not. Next morning, I kind of smelled there is something by the window, and 3 days later, one of the people told me that there is a ritual they do when they put the powder on your window that is made of dead chicken's bones, and it's just to scare you away. So it's not to kill you, but it's just
scare you away then?
So
You're family.
That's the thing. I asked my uncle next morning to take me away from the city, just take me out of the town. And the reason I came to Tanzania that time is I brought computers for a school, but I didn't know what kind of school. I felt like I want to help Tanzania, like one of the poorest schools in the area. I had no idea where I'm going, but I had the vision to.
And now you're
help.
famous there.
Yeah, we'll get there. So I leave the place, we go out of town, and I start feeling better immediately. I start feeling like everything.
Excuse me, I have
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
to the bathroom.
Yeah, we had lots of watermelon. So,
You mean the sea room?
yeah. The serum.
The bath sea.
The bath.
The rest sea.
But, so there's actually a proverb in Russian, "За словом в карман не полезешь," which means like you never search for words in your pocket, you know, which means you always know what to say, and it's kind of funny. Anyways, so when I left, I started feeling better, and I told my sister, I'm like, Mariam, I visited this family, and this is what happened. And I don't know who this is. And my sister told me, she's like, Ali, you remember when I went to Africa and I got this poisoning after visiting this home? I'm like, what kind of home? She started describing me, and I'm like, this is the same home. She's like, Ali, this is father's family that he's been hiding from us all this time. I described the faces that I saw.
Why didn't he just tell you?
No, they met over there. They don't, like, a lot of the people there, they don't admit, they just hide.
Right.
Till this day, he did not admit this. Till this day.
I mean,
And I accepted it. I told him, I visited, and I said, I accept the fact that you are keeping your life private.
Why? Why did he keep you private?
So, why did they do this in the first place? The reason they do this, first of all, they did not invite me to their home. I received, my father did.
Okay.
So that's
What
one.
is his home?
Well, it's the home of his family. He didn't build that home. He just became part of their home.
Okay.
Two, the reason they did it to me is because they felt like I came to take my father away from them.
Okay.
So over there, people are very territorial, and they're not Maasai people. They're from another tribe. They're from Comoros. So people there get Comoros is an island east of Tanzania, and over there they do lots of witchcraft in that area. So they did their witchcraft, and they're very protective of my father. And because I came, they felt like, okay, it's time to scare him away with this ritual. And that's when I started believing, like, yeah, this stuff really works. And I.
Wait, but ever since then,
How are you Maasai if your father is Comoros?
No, my father, his family, so father's wife, is from Comoros. Father's father is Maasai. So he married into a family from Comoros. And so now he's kind of going with their flow. And he is, in a way...
Does he still love you and your sisters?
Yeah, he loves me, but he's limited with his love. Because...
Does your family on the Comoros side love you?
No, that family, they're very protective of him.
They hate you?
They hate everyone who is trying to get to him.
But you're his son!
That's how it is there.
They should be afraid of you. You steal meat from lions.
Well, they are afraid. That's the thing. There's a lot of fear. When people are fearful, they attack you. The only reason somebody attacks you...
That makes no sense. Why would you attack if you're scared?
Well, that's a defense mechanism. You know, it's like, you know, like when you scare a
Fight,
cat.
flight, and freeze.
Yes, fight and flight. You know, you scare a cat is like, ow, pound, and pounces you. That's exactly that instinct.
Simpsons, it's getting lit. Simpsons, it's
No,
getting
I
lit.
think we're gonna do Simpsons another
But
night.
Dad, no, we've been putting this off for 2 days. Dad, please, just one.
When-
Signing out.
One episode, Dad, please. Adin.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Dad.
You went to bed super late last night.
Wait, what time is it?
It's
That's-
8:30.
That was 10, Dad.
Yeah.
Just
it's
this
time-
one episode,
No.
Dad, please.
No, we can do it
How long are
on
they?
movie night.
They're 20 minutes long. The Young Sheldons are 19
They're 20
minutes
minutes,
long.
not 19. It's okay.
Окей,
See?
иди почисть зубы, и мы
Yeah.
быстро. Пушки.
I mean, they be... Да, они вели себя хорошо. В конце. Уже хорошо.
Kids and the shaman.
Иди.
He's gonna pulling down like the two. Kids and the shaman.
Я думаю, что сделать лучше вам вдвоем, без Эйза. Эйза не может молчать.
Да.
Он,
Не,
у него словарный понос.
у него можно с ним это part-time делать. Он может... Что? He's funny still, really. Like, but then we have a
Maybe
whole...
we should do another take. The child,
The kid and the...
Эйза может петь песню.
Mm-hmm.
The shaman
Theme
and
song.
his assistant.
He
theme
can,
song.
yeah, he can sing and then
Apprentice.
go do his...
The Shaman Apprentice.
The shaman and the apprentice.
That's another one. Oh, this is good.
Серьезно, это самое, там ситуация.
Нет, там да, там в Африке, там темный лес. Африка это вообще темная, это темный очень... Континент на самом деле темный. Я без шуток, знаешь, там реально сделать добро какое-то. Я не рассказал до конца, но вот через то, что я уехал от отца, я потом начал свою миссию делать. Вот. Моя миссия началась из-за того, что я именно выехал из этого города, где со мной это произошло, и это вывело меня на дядю, который вывел меня на школу. Я тогда, и у меня это было пробуждение. Да. Ну круто.
Да, серьезно.
Да, я с отцом 2 года не говорил. Я только вот в прошлом году мы вернулись к общению после этого. Я 2 года вообще игнорировал. Когда ушла мама из жизни, я повез ему подарок от мамы и сказал, ну, знаешь, я принимаю все, что есть, оставляем все как есть и двигаемся дальше. Вот, и он после этого начал общаться там. Ну там привет, как дела, вот так. А до этого все. А его жена начала моей сестре звонить. Слушай, она увидела и начала названивать, которая делает магию. Это всё.
О чем мы начали?
Ну просто типа hello. The retreat is on the 4th.
What?
The 4th. So Tuesday or Monday, Tuesday. You're good with the singing. We really enjoy your.
Да, мы решили, что what's gonna happen is that you'll do the theme song and then Ethan will do the interviewing. Because you're not a good interviewer.
Says who?
Says me.
We was laughing
I'm the
before.
producer. Yeah, but it's not actually it's not an effective podcast
Well,
because
I'm
you don't
not
let him
going-
talk.
I'm
Asa,
not going
Asa,
to upload
Asa,
this
Asa.
on like the net.
Asa,
I'm not uploading this
Just- just
on the www.
just listen. In order to let people express themselves, you have to allow them to talk. You intervene and interrupt too much. And I've asked you this many times because you do it to me. Ethan, did you choose Zula?
Having a fun over cake.
Okay, guys, We're not doing
Dad.
the episode tonight.
No! Dad, please, I brushed my teeth before Ethan just because we could do it.
It is late. I don't want you going
Dad,
to bed late.
please, please,
You
Dad,
went to bed late last night.
What time do you guys usually get to bed?
8:30.
But that was 10:30. It's just 9.
Okay, давай быстро. Bring your tablet. 20 minutes. Let's do it. Давай.
Not
It's
tablet.
okay. Where is
TV.
it? TV?
There's a TV in there.
Okay.
Dad, did you poop snow? Ethan?
Там скачивают говно просто.
I was too busy eating.
Давай посмотрим. So is it where is it? Your room? Where is
It's in here. Just in there.
Okay. Давай.
I'm sitting in front of it, although I'm too short to actually be sitting in front of it.
He did his best.
Dad, where's the remote?
На холодильник.
Here.
In the little shell dish.
Shellfish.
Here.
Oh.
Wow, that's very low key TV. I love it.
I'm sorry for my
Okay, Ethan, Young Sheldon or Disney?
Sheldon.
Okay. This is American TV.
All right.
Come on, Dad. You've never watched Young Sheldon.
Yeah, I do.
It's hilarious. No phones
All right.
while we